And here I am. It's that time again. Time for the Dusty News Network here on the Debsterism channel on YouTube, streaming simultaneously on twitch.tv. I hope that you guys had a chance to share a link with your friends. If not, feel free to do it now. We got a lot of slides tonight. I think it's about 30 of them. So we're going to be here for a while. But, um, what we normally do on this channel, if you're new here, you just kind of wandered in because you saw, oh, there's a live stream and it's supposed to be funny. So let me go check this out, see what this is all about. What we do on Tuesdays is live stream advice, and then on Friday nights or sometime over the weekend, I usually do the Dusty News Network. And what we do is we have a collection of Dusties comments and posts that they have made and put all over the internet. A lot of times with their face just sitting right there so everybody knows who they are, real name and everything, just have no shame. So we're going to talk about them and roast them. That's what we do on Friday nights. It's always a good time. Hi to everybody out there in the chat room and those of you who are just listening without being in the chat. Welcome to the show. Before I get started, let me do a little story time. Okay, this was not anything I could really put on a slide because it was told to me. And, I don't want to just put folks, business all the way out there, but I have to just share the story. Okay. So this woman, met this guy at a networking event. Now, I haven't personally had much luck with meeting dudes at networking events. And this story just goes to show, you think, clubs and bars are bad, but I think networking events are just as bad. Hey, Deidre, thank you. They're just as bad. Um, so she meets this, what ultimately turns out to be an amazingly dusty dust mite. So, dude seems like he got some sense. He goes to work in a suit and all this kind of stuff, right? So you normally associate that with that people that have some level of something going on. Hey, Nia, thank you. I appreciate that you appreciate me. So, he had this problem. They've been kicking it about 6 months, right? So, but he had this problem with being intermittently MIA, right? She couldn't find dude, nor do it. Dude wasn't returning calls. He just was like disappear, poof off the map, and then he show back up. So she, jams him up about this. So dude comes out with this story. He always be like, well, I can't tell you where I am. It'll blow my cover and all this kind of stuff, right? I'm like, okay. So then he sends her this text. Now I shall read it. First, he sent her a link to a story that broke recently about some Jewish day school administrator being arrested for using the kids that are at the little school to produce, kiddie movies for adult use. You know what I'm trying to say without saying the word. So underneath that, so he sends her the link, right? So then the next thing he sends is, and I'm quoting now, I was involved at the tail end of this investigation. He spells tail, Tale. So that's how you know the nigga lying. And at the tail end of this investigation and now arrest, which is the reason I had to go undercover and off the radar for a few weeks and a few more weeks. They needed to get some outside, quote, eyes and ears reviewing the case, he says. That's why when I tell you some details, some questions I can't answer, or when I'm on details, I'm not telling people where I'm at, is because I'm usually undercover or being traced, and I can put you at risk. When I do not reveal much, this is the reason why. Okay, so I want you to understand, I'm like, okay, so when he sent you this message, how did you know it was him? Oh, well, because he sent it from his regular phone. Ah, this nigga game is weak. Okay. So he says he uses his real cell phone to send this message to say that he's gonna be undercover and he can't tell her details because it will put her at risk. But he's telling her all this using his real cell phone with his real name on it. Now, for somebody who's stupid, that might work. You know what I mean? But my friends don't tend to be dummies. So, he got busted. But she was just playing around with him at that point because she didn't take him seriously anymore. But Um, so she sends him back this note that says, I opened the link and I read what you wrote in its entirety. I interned at the DA's office back in the day when I flirted with the idea of going to law school and unfortunately met my second husband. She'd been married 3 times. Anyhow, based on what I remember, in a criminal case such as this, someone from a law enforcement agency such as the city or state police or even the FBI would serve as the undercover agent. But then again, I don't know everything about you or the full nature of your business. And he was like, yeah, yeah, okay. And then she ain't heard from his ass since because he got busted. It's like, dude, your game is weak. Remember that show? Remember that show used to be on Disney called uh, what, the fantastic or amazing Jet Jackson with the little kid in it. He ultimately committed suicide. I can't remember his name right now. But remember how it was like a show within a show? It was like him living in some little small town, but then his alternate personality was Silverstone, and he was like this amazing spy and undercover agent, like, 007 or something. I'm thinking, dude was watching that, and he got a little bit too wrapped up in it. And so now he's trying to be Silverstone. That's the only thing I could come up with. Because he was crazy. That didn't make no sense to tell the kind of weak, fantabulous lie. But anyway, let us proceed with our show. I just wanted to share that because it was like an amazing dust story that was just so unbelievable that a lot of women will fall prey to stuff like that where these guys had be telling you these fantabulous lies that is just so outrageous and so outlandish and so unrealistic. It's like they create this whole alternate universe. And unfortunately, some of you fall for it. Okay, so let's go. Let's look at this, what we got going on tonight on the Dusty News Network. Okay, this guy says, I thought this was hilarious. He says, when dudes cheat, we go find a big booty ugly girl because it's all about the kitty cat. No, I changed that. Look at my little drawing. Isn't it cute? The looking little lecherous looking cat. But when a female cheat, they go and find a man that's taller than you, got more money, his feet don't stink, he got a remote control house and a helicopter in the backyard. It's like, when I stop crying, I'm gonna beat your ass. I was rolling. I was rolling. Yes, honey. You think that was dusty. Wait until you see some of the stuff that's coming through here tonight. These dudes were seriously on one. And there's some dusty women too. So I'm not even going to be trying to say it's just the men. If the women was just as dusty, y'all heard about Fantasia, right? I'm going to talk about her behind in a separate, something separate, because what she's doing is just the most and it's just too much. So we got to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in another show. All right. So this poor child, he just so, she cheats up. Women cheat up and dudes cheat like with anything that'll hold still long enough. All right, let's move on. Case in point, what I just said, anything that'll hold still long enough. Look at this. Remember, I was talking about the women at the club I went to and how they had hunchbacks? Their bodies looked a lot like this chick right here and had the nerve to have on spandex. She got $1,000 almost in the EBT, and he gonna be hanging on cause the nigga hungry. He wanna eat. He wanna eat. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah, look at him how he looking too. I saw this. I was the last 10 minutes. I just could not stop laughing. Unbelievable. No, the men are dust mites, the women are dust bunnies. Like Playboy bunnies, dust bunnies. So the guys are dust mites, dust storms when they really big and when it was really egregious. All right, so let's move on. That's a sight gag. Once you get it, it's not too much to say. All right, this was hilarious. Hey, I'm about to do 7 years in prison. Are you riding or sliding? Her. It's electric. Remember that song? It's electric. And then you just dance and there's a little electric slide to it. Yes, that's how she doing. She's sliding an electric slide away from his behind. I was rolling. But if you are somebody who's misbuilt like that lady, come on, you all. She just happy to have anything. And so, and dude look like he's pretty athletic. He young, he's strong and slim. He probably can handle all of that. So she's happy. It's all right. She got to make him a few dinners and stuff and, feed him a little bit, give him some strength. She all right with that. I can't be mad at her. You know what I mean? Because people have needs. And she trying to get her needs met any way she can. Yeah, but this shit here was funny. All right, let's move on. Oops. I'm over here mashing the wrong button. Him. Can I call you? Her. Just text me the lies. I don't want to hear them. Ah, I'm sorry, you guys. I had more fun putting these slides together than should ever be allowed by law. I was dying. Yeah, they misbuilt. That's from my daddy. That's what he used to call people. I picked that up from him. He would never say that a woman was, he wouldn't use words like, well, yeah, he would use obese, but he put a T on the end of it. He wouldn't say obese with an E like the normal people. He would say obese. That man would mispronounce so many words. It was hilarious. I tell you. Some of the stuff he used to say, I still remember. I really miss him a lot, but I tell you. So you and him, a woman built like that, he would say that she was misbuilt. Because, parts of her really probably aren't obese. She just, it's just arranged funny. And that's what so that's how he would describe it, that the poor child was misbuilt. And, in this situation right here, they tell the same lies all the time. We don't want to hear that shit. Just, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to hear all that. Just text it to me. That's all right. Just do that. Let's just do that. Okay, now this really became interesting. Whoever sent me this, somebody sent this today. This replaced the slide that we had ready, but I said, oh no, this is way better. Let's use this one. This dude, and he got the nerve to put his name up there too, and his face. Be the woman that'll help fill out job applications. The woman that'll help open up a bank account just to save and get him on his feet. The woman that'll tell him right from wrong. The woman that'll plan things to do just to keep him out the streets. The woman that'll help him go from nothing to something. The woman that'll motivate him and make sure his head is always on straight. Be the woman that's down through it all. In other words, be my mama. He want a mama that he can screw. I keep saying that. Didn't I make a video with that title? If I did not meant to, it's definitely mentioned in there somewhere. But that's what this is. And it's like, look at this, 479 shares. Now, did people share it? I wonder because they were look how many people hearted it, though, and thumbed up it. And only, a few laughs. But it's like 479 shares. That's probably a whole bunch of people agreeing with him. I just I could not understand it. I'm not doing all that for a grown man. Even my daughter, I mean, I taught her how to do it, but she did it on her own. I did help her open up a bank account when she was a minor because I had to be a co-signer. But other than that, once she got of age, we closed that account and it transitioned over to just her. But I'm not doing all that for a grown man. He's just like begging for somebody to take care of him. Well, of course he's gonna cheat because he has no self-esteem and he has no sense of himself as a man. This is someone who needs somebody else to define him and determine what manhood is for him. Help him get on his feet. Okay, so then once you get on his feet, ladies, I keep telling y'all this. You do not help a man do anything. And if you don't on my 7-minute series, go and look at that playlist. I have not only the video to tell you why you should not help a man, why you shouldn't do stuff like this for men. It also goes into some deep explanations about what happens when you do help them. They do not appreciate it. They become resentful of you. Yes, they need you, to make it happen. But then he resents you because then he doesn't ever really feel like a man who did it on his own. And the best way he can start to get away from that feeling is to get away from you. So y'all thinking holding him down and doing all that old stuff. In reality, you're setting up your own demise. That man is never, ever, ever going to give you the kind of love and respect that you think that you want to have because he can't. He knows he's not worthy of it. A man's got to be self-made. I thought this was hilarious. Dude is a little entrepot nigga. He got Sideniggas Services Inc. Tired of your boyfriend? Your baby daddy still ain't shit? Your husband have a mistress. Order your side nigga today. Services include a good morning text, unlimited booty rubs, 2 hours of venting time, smoke and drink optional, custom and kid packages available. Inbox for details. Now, that he might have a good business if he got a good personality. You know what I mean? And I don't know what that includes. It doesn't include some, when you just rubbing on the booty or he's doing something else with it. That's kind of not really stated, so it leaves it open to the imagination. But I thought this was very cute. Unbelievable. Now um, this guy, it's really unusual to see a guy post something like this. But then I had to think about it. It's like, but how does he mean it? Is he trying to, tell other dudes this is the reality? Since he said pound, I said what I said, that sounds like a challenge. You know what I mean? Not like he's whining about it. It says is that he's challenging other guys to accept this reality. That's what it sounded like to me, the way it was phrased. So he just letting them know, no black man is loved properly unless he has some money. And I said what I said. Well, you don't even have to be black. Let me just say, no man is loved properly unless he has money. And what does that mean? That means if a woman feel like she got to do all of this stuff on her own to be in a relationship with you, she still got to do all this stuff, then she would have to do less stuff if she was not with you. She would not have to be worried about dealing with you. She could spend all of her energy on herself and or her children and household. You're just dragging her down from the equation. So you need to be having something that's going to, equalize the work that she's got to put into you and make her feel okay about doing it. And that thing is some money. And they don't have none and they want you to be doing all this work for them. It's like, boy, please, you tripping. He sounds hurt and broke. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't take it that way. But then again, maybe it is. It's really hard to tell from one sentence on a post in the internet. You don't really know what was going on in their head. But I mean, it could be that, but it could also be that he's tired of seeing these brothers be whining about how no woman wants them and they don't have no money and they want her to sign on for some struggle love, and that he's just straight telling them, nigga, you don't have no money. What the fuck? You can't expect all of the good stuff that other men get when you ain't qualified. He could have mean it that way too. So I don't really know which of the two ways he meant it, but I thought that see the guy up at the west side, he took it the same way I did. He says I think he has a good point. So see, you know, I don't know, but I guess we got a lot more slides to do, and we're gonna see a lot of different versions of this particular theme as we go through the show tonight. Oh, this was funny. Look at him on the phone up in the Metro jail. Don't be no ends while I'm up in here. And she said, yeah, don't you be doing the same while you up in there. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess she told him, you know. I don't know. I just can't do the jail time thing. I can't do it. Once you go to jail, you're on your own. I mean, if I had to go, I wouldn't expect nobody to wait for me. I swear I wouldn't. I would be like, go do your thing. And when I get out, I'll just make my way the best way I can. I won't be looking for you, and I don't want you looking for me. That'd be my attitude. I couldn't. No. Oh, ladies, is this not true? Don't they know every damn thing? They know everything. They know every single thing in the world. Everything that you say is wrong. That you don't know nothing until you say, well, who is that bitch? I don't know. Suddenly they get deaf, dumb, and blind. Can't even see. Don't know what you're talking about. Can't have hear. Don't even know English no more. Yeah, I know. No habla inglés. I'm like, wow, this was hilarious. I'm telling you, these memes this week, you guys who sent in memes just outdid yourself this week. I was dying. I was laughing so hard making these slides. You know this is true, ladies. Don't even front. They always become like bumbling idiots with an IQ of 5 when you ask them, "Who's that bitch? Who is that bitch on the phone? Who that? Wait, what bitch? Where was you with? Why was you with that bitch? I what? Who? They don't know nothing. They can turn into an owl and shit. Who? 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 Just like I can't. Yeah, I don't want to be bothered. I do not want to be bothered. Let's move on. This was hilarious too. And what, I'm looking at this, I'm like, if these brothers could just use some of this creativity for something that's gonna make them some money, this would be so fabulous because they have some original, like quick thoughts that's just hilarious. So he's like, some of that I cut off. It's like, hi, whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, I got a man. And he trying to throw his rep down, right? She's like, I got a man, I got a test. He says, I got a test tomorrow. And she's like, what is you talking about? And he says, I thought we was naming stuff that we was about to cheat on. Oh my God. I thought I was gonna die. I was just dying. I mean, sitting there, I was crying. I was laughing, because I saw these right in a row. So I just was looking to one to another, just crying, laughing. I thought we was naming stuff we was about to cheat on. Wow. What do you say to something like that? Yeah, lady, then that's what they do when you be asking them that question. Who that? Who that? Where was you? I was nowhere. Nigga, stop lying. Now here goes the dust bunny. I don't know who this person is. I'm sure some of you probably do. Don't be going overboard with talking about page URLs and all of that kind of stuff. We don't do that here. Well, it's bad. I left her name on there though because this is evidently her original thought and she should have credit for it. So I try not to cut off people's um, their names and stuff when they're posting their original thoughts. I mean, that's they're sharing their feelings and their thoughts with the world, and they should be associated with them, whether good or bad. They own that. Okay, they own that. So she says, I have no problem taking an empty king and pouring into him so that we can move forward and pour into each other. Now let's analyze this a little bit. Let's look at this. She didn't say a man who's, trying hard and, he's struggling. He got something going on and he's, run into a few bumps. Maybe you have some expertise in that area. You really like the brother. You can, throw him a few little tips that'll help him get over that hump. That's not what she said. She did not say, my husband is having problems. My man of 10 years, my children's father. We got 2 or 3 kids together. We've been together 15 years. I mean, this. She says an empty king, empty. It means he don't have shit going on, don't have nothing to offer, ain't about nothing, ain't nothing is going on with this man if he's quote empty. Okay, he's empty. That means he don't have nothing to offer you, and he don't have nothing to offer himself. Now, how he deserves the status, the label of king, I still trying to figure that out. I've been looking at this for the last 24 hours, trying to figure out how you become a king when you don't have shit and you ain't about shit and you ain't trying to get shit. How does that work? So then, and she's like, she's pouring into him. So whatever you have that you're full for yourself, you're transferring it into this empty thing, and you're giving to this thing. And so she's got this plan that they're gonna pour into each other. Well, he ain't gonna be pouring nothing into you except what you already poured into him. So you're gonna be getting your own shit back. Okay, he don't have nothing to give you. Remember, he was empty. So you're not going to be moving forward with anything except what if had you kept it yourself and not given any to him, you could be way down the road down there somewhere. But instead, you only part of the way because you was dragging this albatross with you and pouring into it, this empty thing. I wanted to point this out because, sometimes I have to go through these kind of explanations, especially for the very young crew that come here, because people are in their ear, telling them all this stuff. You got to be there. You got to support your man. You got to do all this for your man. Your man, black men, the king, they this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I want to tell these young girls, this is a man who's nothing. Okay, this is a grown man who don't have, he's nothing, nothing's going on in his mind, in his life, nothing. He's looking for you to give him direction and purpose. That's not your job. Okay, when you get with a grown man, he's supposed to have his own direction and purpose. He's supposed to come and tell you what his plan is and see if you want to become a part of it and where your plan and where his plan mesh so that y'all can join your plans and then go faster and further because you're doing it together. Your shit matches up. It's in sync. Now, he can help you and you can help him, but he ain't empty. He's got his own shit going on. You got your own shit going on. And y'all just joined forces like Beyonce and Jay-Z. They both had shit going on before they got together, but together they're stronger than they were by themselves. You see what I'm saying? It becomes a power couple. And you need to think of your relationships the same way. So you start pouring into an empty something expecting to get something out, that is a losing battle. You just wasting your time, you wasting your energy, and you wasting your resources. Yeah, so you guys be careful about listening to people like this. Be very careful of that because they will have you doing that thing, that burnt toast syndrome video, where you just giving, and just taking scraps for yourself and giving to other people. That's not how you should be living your life. Okay, let's move on. Now this, I had to split it up and side by side because it was too long. But this is a response to the one that we just saw about the empty, about pouring into him. And so I put this on the next slide. And as you see, all these poor dudes, look at all these dudes. The lady, Yvonne, was making fun of them, but all the guys were just all grateful because a complete stranger on the internet paid them what they feel like is some attention. A complete stranger made a general statement, and they're taking it as an acknowledgement of themselves. And each one of these dudes that thinks this is great has just played their hand as being this empty, good for nothing piece of shit that she's talking about. Isn't that sad? I just want, this kind of stuff, I like to take a little extra time to, explain this because I want young girls to have a different viewpoint of what's going on out here. They keep hearing from these, these women that's the Hotep kind and the submission queens and all of this stuff, and even their own relatives telling them that this is the kind of stuff that they are, quote, supposed to do, end quote, in a relationship for a man. And if you have a dude like that in your life and you got to pour everything into him, he's incapable of pouring anything back to you because he's empty. Okay? He don't have shit to give to you. There's nothing that he can do for you. This is a one-way ticket to hell. You're just going to be giving, 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 and not getting anything back. Nothing. Okay, that is an idiot woman that would do something like that. And you see these dudes co-signing on it. They want you to be that fool. They want you to be that kind of sacrifice for them in some kind of dysfunctional relationship where you give and he takes and you take care of him and you sacrifice everything for him. Fuck that. It's unbelievable. Just look at these responses. Thank you, boo. Wow, that's great, he says. I haven't heard that in a while. You still haven't heard it, motherfucker? It's from somebody on the internet just making a general statement trying to get some street cred from because she's a thirsty. Let me shut up, but you know what I'm talking about. Only the thirstiest bitches in the world be making statements like that. Sitting up there trying to get some acknowledgement from these dusty bums. I mean, you need this kind of attention from men on the internet. That means you need to get some shit going on yourself. Your life is empty and your mind is empty. And you sitting up there thinking that these motherfuckers on the internet thanking you for posting some simple bullshit is something that you need to do. No black woman should ever post anything like that. If you're going to post something, you post it about a specific man and what that specific man did, a specific action, a specific attitude, a specific task, a specific group he started, some specific work he did. You don't make generalized statements that thank every black man on the planet for being a great and pouring into his empty ass. Don't you ever do that. And if I see any of you doing it, because I know I got all your screen names now, I can find you. And you got to get your screen name up there and you done some shit like this, I'm going to drag your ass. Don't just be ready. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm warning you. Don't you dare. This is she's too ridiculous. Much love and respect for this. Thirsty fucks. I don't have, oh, God got me cussing. I was trying not to. Oh, well, lady boss. I did it again. I was trying hard, but can't do it. Okay, let's move on because that had me fired up. It's just disappointing that men are this weak and stupid. You know, and these are going to be people's fathers and stuff. This is just disgusting to me. It just disgusts me that they're so fucking weak, so fucking needy. Ugh, gross. Kind of just like, how I got more testosterone in my body than your ass? It just made no damn sense. Okay. This was funny. I thought this was cute. What fabric store sell wifey materials? I'm about to knit me a bit. Ah, oh my God, this was hilarious. Poor little thing. Yeah, verbal will say, I'm serious. They going to get dragged. But I think, unless it's somebody who's new here and doesn't know who I am and what we be doing here, well, I don't think I have to worry about that. But, new people come and they be thinking, oh, you ladies are so wrong. We're supposed to help our men. Our men. This and that, blah, blah, blah. And they be trying to admonish you and tell you what you need to say and stuff. They get cussed out. They telling me what to do. One thing I hate is somebody telling me what to fucking do. Do what the fuck I want to do. I'm grown and this is my shit. I'm going to say what I want to say and I'm going to say it the way I want to say it. And you don't like it, then take your ass on. You trying to tell me nothing. That gets on my nerves. Yeah, he want wifey material, but he trying to create a Stepford wife. He ain't trying to act right. These men don't want to act right. They don't even want to be Yes, Nia, that's good. Not like I'm trying to be regulating and stuff, but it's like, okay, let me put it this way. Let me just take a moment here. It's not like I'm trying to regulate on you guys, you know what I mean? But I just have to share something that is part of what keeps me going is seeing the growth. Because if I do this year after year after year, and I never see nobody ever tells me how they use what I got to change their lives for the better. I don't need applause. I don't need you thanking me and groveling and all this stuff. I mean, I don't, that's not the point. What I want to hear is how you use what you learned and you made your world a better place, your kids' world a better place, how you got to a better place. That's what I want to hear. And you don't have to say thank you. You just sharing your story. Okay? That's what I need to hear. That's what I need to hear. That keeps me going. So if I have a whole bunch of women that, they sit here month after month, year after year, but they still doing the same dumb shit and they still complaining about the same things and they haven't made any positive steps forward in their life. They haven't gotten rid of dusties. They haven't changed their perspective. They haven't started working out. I mean, they put down the fried pork chops. I mean, whatever it is that you need to change in your life to better your health, your body, your looks, your life, your emotional state, your children's state, your for financial status, whatever it is you need to do, I'm looking for you to do that. To use this material as a stepping stone and make it happen. Okay? Make it happen. You can take baby steps. I'm not asking for the world here, but I am looking for change, you know. And so that's what I'm looking for to see here. You know. Ken's MB, yeah, they be telling me that. That's the one. That's you remember that? Yeah. She caught me on the wrong day. Ken's MB is quoting something some lady was telling me on the wall that I need to stop cussing and something. I don't know. She was talking about that Steve Harvey book review I did and telling me I need to stop cussing. Oh, that's right. She said, think like a, what's the name of his book? Act like a lady and think like a man. And my response to her was, fuck you. That was it. I just, 2 words. I do what the fuck I want to do. But I mean, I just be trying to be real with y'all. I'm not trying to be all, esoteric. And I think that's one of the problems, when you have an actual LCSW and you licensed by the state and you have all this stuff going on, they can't talk like I do. So I thought about it. Y'all to go back to school and get all that stuff. And I said, fuck that shit, because then my hands will be tied. I won't be able to talk like I do. Because then I'll be risking losing my license that I went to school for and paid all that money for. No, this is better. I can get real. I can get gully. I can tell you straight up what you need to do and how you need to do it without having to, go around these laws and regulations and stuff. I don't have any such limits to what I do and say. I mean, other than I guess what YouTube has, they'll say, "Look here, you just going a little bit too buck wild, lady." But so far that hasn't happened. They just punish you by spanking your hand and demonetizing your videos. But other than that, they don't care what you do. All right, now this was hilarious. He say they swear it don't beat a dick. Well, you acted perfectly normal beforehand. You better not act retarded. Look how he spelled retarded. Retarded after we screw her. Oh my God, I was rolling. I was screaming. This was so funny. But they be thinking that they little magic, little dingaling is some kind of magical tool to change a woman's mind, break soul ties, establish soul ties, make women clean houses and cook and all kind of stuff. Yeah, he wish he had a magic stick. But I thought that was funny. Then they got Thandi up in there. Remember, what was this movie called? One Oprah made. I really liked that movie, but a lot of people didn't understand it. But whatever. Moving on. Now here's a dude. He gonna try to lecture you. He trying to lecture you, ladies. He's telling you that these things here are nothing to be proud of. Number one, being a single mama. Well, guess who made her that way? So if she could be proud because she's making it work. She's saying, it's not like uh she gonna be walking around bragging about it. But if she can be a single mom and still accomplish what she needs to do and all that stuff, I mean, I'm not in favor of it myself personally either, because I think women could, they're intentionally clipping their wings like that. But sometimes you end up being a single mama and you didn't really have nothing to do with all of that. It wasn't that way, you know. Motherfucker like me, it just dies. I mean, what you supposed to do? You end up being a single mother, and sometimes the people get a divorce and the daddy gets sick or disabled, and he can't pick up his, every other weekend duties, or he's, deployed some damn where. Even if you're married, you're still living like a single mom. Nobody knows. I mean, what's the big deal? Okay, or being single, period, he says. You shouldn't be proud of being single. What? So being an independent woman, you should be proud of that. You shouldn't be proud of being a strong woman either. And you shouldn't be proud of having multiple degrees and a career to support yourself happily without a man, he says. Women were created for men, as if that's all you were created for. That's the only thing you were put on this earth to be and do is be up under some man. All women need a man, he says. Being proud or feeling accomplished that you are living without one in any capacity is very masculine. No, if it were masculine and you don't need a man, that would make you gay. You're an idiot. Your pride and ego is why you don't have a man and will continue to be the reason you don't have one or have a quality one, he says. So now what is the goal here? What is the goal here? As we have discussed on numerous occasions, their whole purpose for all of these memes, all their behavior, all their games, all their lies, all their cheating, every single thing that they do and say is about getting control in the upper hand. They don't feel secure unless they are yanking your chain. They are the ones in power. They cannot seem to just understand that, nobody needs to be in power over anybody else. Why can't you all just like join forces and just be cool and chill together? Enjoy each other. Life is really short. When you start getting older, you start seeing the years just go by so fucking fast, it's not even funny. And you realize that all this stuff that people struggle with when they're young and all these games and lies, all this shit that you wasted decades on is of no consequence in the grand scheme of things. You could have just sat on your ass and relaxed and been with somebody and just had a good time with them. And, so that when you both died with a smile on your face and happy that you shared your life with that individual. But for some reason, that's really, really hard for men, I think. So they resort to this, So he's trying to manipulate you again, referencing my series on manipulation. This is a manipulation tactic designed to instill fear in you, dismay, and disgust at your being proud of yourself, to tell you that you're wrong and that you must have a man or you're nothing. And if you feel like you aren't great without a man, that you're wrong for feeling that way. That's what he's telling you. This is designed to make themselves feel relevant. Okay? So you feel you make them feel relevant and important. And it seems to be very, very important to them. And it's like you don't have to be important to a lot of women. Just be important to one. What is all of this? They get on my nerves. Anyway, let's move on. This was hilarious. Yes. Yes, it really is manipulation. Let's talk, Miss. It is. Now, this dude is trying to understand how come dudes be all up in their feelings after a breakup and we be like, psh, deuces, moving on. He want to know what kind of training camp women go to after a breakup. I swear, a week after y'all made up y'all mind that y'all done with that nigga, y'all just transform. Y'all selfie angles improve. You get better lighting. You know all the right filters to use. And all of a sudden, your Snapchat videos have 4,000 resolution. You got money for trips now. You get massages every week. All of a sudden, you taking pictures with celebrities. Y'all start playing instruments and shit, showing off talents niggas ain't know you had. You bitches get new cars, apartments, shit, new skin out the blue. Like, damn, I seen you using coconut oil every day, but you just started glowing, and all the nigga do after breakup is fuck the same hoe we said we wasn't fucking with or go to jail. It's not fair. Ah! Oh my God, I was dying. I was like, this guy is out of his mind. That shit was funny. Oh, coconut oil. Oh my God. Look at like your selfie angles improve. That had me, and I was rolling from the get go. I said, this is hilarious. He is so funny. He should be a comedian. You getting a massage every week. Wasn't this funny? I was rolling. But still, he's still complaining, about women not wanting him and, not finding him to be of value and crying over him and stuff. That seems to make them positively feel defined when you just be chasing after them and wanting them and stuff. It's like, dude, I mean, come on now. The woman done broke up with you because you stupid. Of course she gonna be moving on. What do you think? She gonna sit there and be crying into her coconut oil? She done with your ass. She moving on. Yeah, he's right though. We do move on quick. I know that. Cause short of me wanting to run them over with my car when I see them crossing the street, I don't be giving them a second thought. It's like I got other stuff to do besides think about you. Yeah, the glow up do be real. I know C's be breaking it down. See, like T says, the glow up be real. Oh, you guys are killing me. This is funny. All right, let's move on. We done laughed at homeboy enough. Oh, this was just a hot mess. And I remember having boyfriends like this. I had one in their drawers and threw that stuff away. Even my husband had some drawers he had. I don't even know how long he had them damn things. He used to call them his comfortable drawers. I looked at them. I said, mm-hmm. Looked like moss got to him. And once he was not there, because he used to work, he worked out of town. So he was gone for like 4 or 5 days. I went and I got rid of all them things and filled that drawer up with some very nice boxer briefs and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, you're going to be walking around the house. I don't want to see that shit. You need to have on something that looks sexy. And so that's what we did. He was mad, but guess what? He got over it. Look at this, looking like some stuff that's from a homeless person. And they do, and they say, oh, but it's so comfortable. See, this was, I mean, I saw this and I laughed, but I couldn't really laugh too hard because I have lived this. I have lived this. And it was just like, why do you still have this? It's like the material that's hanging on to the elastic by like a wish and a prayer. You've been wrong, and that one last little thread is going to give way, and then your draw's going to be down in your pants. What are you doing? Yeah, you're right. They socks too. Brown sugar, no. Yeah, those toes be poking through them bad boys and stuff. They be like every color that what color they used to be like back in 1980 when they first bought them socks. I'm like, why do y'all like to wear this ancient shit? But they constantly talking about what they need. They need new things in the bedroom though. Oh no, they want that to be different every day, like you some kind of porn star or something. But then they want to show up in something like this. It's like you need to make up your mind. You want new shit or you want old shit? It looking like you want old shit. So I'm not doing nothing. I'm not even trying to think of nothing new to do with you. It's like, ah, look at them dogs. They about to pull her in that water and race, and she about to be water skiing behind them dogs. And it's like how you look trying to stop your man from cheating. Shut up, Faith. Oh my God, this is just too funny. Oh, Kay say that the draws look like they came from that movie 12 Years a Slave. Oh God, you guys got me dying over here. This is too funny. Okay, this is the Friday night roast. And this for the roasting is really going on. This is out of control in the chat room. Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, do want to do what he want to do. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I have to say, I have never ever tried to keep a dude from tipping out. If that's what he wanted to do, have at it. I mean, we're done, but I mean, I'm not gonna put no energy into trying to stop you. You know what I mean? Like women be like, want to follow the dude around and investigate and look in his phone and go through shit and go through his clothes and pockets and I have never, not one time, done any of that. I'm just not gonna do it. To me, it's just so undignified. And one thing as a Leo that I have in abundance is an ego and pride about myself. I'm not doing that because in my mind that would lower my image of myself as this queenly being, this omnipotent person, like queen of the universe. Queens of the universe do not go through niggas' pockets looking for bitches' phone numbers. I'm just not doing that. So, I mean, if that's what he wants to do, the evidence, the proof of it will come, soon enough. And you don't need to be, searching for it. I mean, they can't, they're not that slick. We always know, you know what I mean? It's just like sometimes you don't feel like really doing anything about it, but that doesn't mean that you don't know. And so, but I just feel like I just don't want to be bothered. I'm not doing all that. That time and energy I would spend doing all that, I could be doing something for myself, writing me another book or something. I'm very self-centered when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm not doing all that. As long as a man's with me and he want to act right, we right there. I'm right there with you. I'm not, you can count on me. I got your back. But soon the second you start tipping around and I gotta suspect you and you're not where you say you're gonna be and you don't be doing what you say you're gonna do and it's some funny shady shit happening and then I'm done. I don't need proof. I just see that things have changed and you're acting shady and so I'm out. And that's just how I do things. So I don't know, this kind of thing here is amusing, but it's not something I would ever do. And I can't recommend that any of you do it either. Now let's look at Hotep Jesus. He said Hotep Jesus. No, this is Hotep Jesus. If I was president, if I were president, my first executive order would be to remove the child support system. Now, look at this, okay? Now, you have children, okay? You made some babies that need to be fed and clothed and sheltered, and this is your idea of how you would treat them. If you get knocked up by a deadbeat that's poor, kitty cat management, and you should be forced to live with that. Well, let's see. If it's a deadbeat, and then, I mean, you want to get rid of the child support system, which would help eliminate deadbeats. Don't you not see the illogic in this meme? The child support system collects money from people who try to be a deadbeat so they don't be successful at being a deadbeat. So while you removing that, then you're depending on men to voluntarily step up and pay their child support. There are some who will, but they're a minority. The majority of them need to be on a payment plan that's yanked right out of their paycheck because they don't want to do the right thing or they don't only pay you $50 or some shit like that. While they go buy, $300 Jordans and $10,000 rims, but you get $100 for child support when the baby eats that much in a week. Diapers and whatnot. Yes, impeachment. I agree. He would be impeached immediately. Ain't nobody gonna vote for you, Hotep Jesus. No way. But see my little cat images. I was trying to be good and cover up some of them words by using these little pictures, but of course I ruined that with my bad language. All right, let's move on. And this was a very interesting assessment of the behavior. Okay, so notice the other slide, right? He don't want to pay child support, and if you have a baby by somebody that don't want to pay you child support, that's poor kitty cat management, and you should be forced to live with the result. And the child should be forced to suffer while the man goes on with his life doing whatever he want to do, and you and the child suffer. That's his mode of dealing with this issue. So this lady comes back and this was a perfect like, night and day kind of view to put them right together. So can we have access to affordable birth control? Men say no. Well, can we have access to safe abortions then? Absolutely not. Okay, well, can you wear a condom? Well, it doesn't feel good. Okay, so it's like they just want you to end up pregnant and to be miserable and broke. That's essentially what is being, what's being communicated here by all the laws and by men's attitudes. So all of you who are fertile young women, in childbearing years, you better be careful. You see, this is I mean, she put it in a meme form, but this is an absolute 100% accurate reflection of the male attitudes that's going on in this country. And unfortunately, a lot of them are in lawmaker positions. So they're setting policies which enforce these kind of attitudes and eliminate these kind of options for women. So y'all be careful out here. Now, this was kind of interesting because he's advocating that a woman make her man feel good by not making as much as him. For me, I've always worked in the creative arts. Well, except when I was working as a trainer. Oh, I made ridiculous money. That was, $300-$400 an hour sometimes. But in general, I like to do creative types of work, and it doesn't tend to pay as much, but it's more enjoyable. Working at law firms was very, very. That was cool too. Made good money. But that is, you just have to have a certain mindset. So anyway, this guy says a man told his wife to quit her job because she was earning more than him, and he was feeling insecure. So she decided to quit her job and got one with lesser pay, and they lived happily ever after. See, sustaining a marriage is just all about obeying and understanding your husband. So this guy, that was his response to this original post, which says, "My cousin's wife quit her job of over $300,000 for a job of 80,000 for her husband, earning just over 100,000. Then now he earns over 300,000, and she earns over 120,000, and they are very happy now." Okay, so basically, what that means is your cousin is stupid. And just like his wife was making $300,000, he could have done what he did, so he was making over $300,000. Then they would be pulling in, more than half a mil a year. That's how that could have gone. But instead, she had to make herself look lesser, be less, be small in order for him to feel good about himself as a man. Oh, see, the problem here is not her and her income and her ability to earn. It is his ego and his lack of motivation. So I don't really know what to say. I wouldn't have quit my job. I would have told my husband, "Look here, this is how it's going to work. You all need to get over that and do what you need to do so you get up to this level, or we can get a divorce." I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to be like being less of a woman and less capable and less of who I am in order just to make you feel better about how much money you make. That's not my job. You need to be happy because we together make this much money. We as a couple, as a unit. It's not a you and me situation. It's a us. But he doesn't see it that way. It's her versus him. He sees him as being in a competition. And so she had to lose in order for him to feel like a winner. And that to me is very, very sad. But this is the attitude that a lot of guys have, though. So you young ladies, be aware. Be aware. I was rushing and grabbed the wrong one. The wrong fucking one, as a matter of fact. How many of you ladies can attest to this? So I tell y'all, take your time. Every issue that you have when you're going into a situation, you need to fully investigate it. Take your time. Don't rush. Because when you rush, you overlook things. You You kind of have this attitude, well, we're going to be married and we'll deal with it later. Well, but he loves me though, and I love him, and love conquers all, you say. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And eggplant and romantic feelings of love just confuse a lot of you. You start using your heart instead of your brain. Your brain like turns off and gets frozen in place or something. I don't know what y'all be doing. But you can't do that when you're looking at, meshing your life and allowing someone's body, their body to be using yours to birth children, and you're commingling finances and emotions and your heart and your mind. I mean, everything that you have to give to someone, that's important. Come on now. You got to take your time. Make sure that the guy is the right kind of dude. Okay, don't just get caught up in your emotions and bypass all the stuff and brush it off like it's not important. So this, even though she put it in a humorous way, um, it is a very telling meme and very reflective of what unfortunately goes on, especially when you ladies allow yourself to be, as they call it, love bombed, where the guy's so full of flattery and kind and wonderful things. He builds your ego up. He makes you feel like you're also special and wonderful, that you overlook all the questions that you have about him, and you don't really want to press it because you like this feeling of that he makes you have of all this flattery and all this old stuff here. You like that. So you want to keep that going. All right. So let's move on. I think I've made my point. This chick here, this chick here is just savage. This was savage. Now this wasn't as savage as the ones we gave the Savage Award to this week, but it's still up there. So look what she did though. She's like, my boyfriend was texting another woman, so I changed his mom's contact name to hers, and he sent her a weenie pic to his mama. I was like, oh, that was utterly brilliant. Brilliant. Nothing is as savage and creative as a black woman who wants to get your ass back. Because these ladies, I'm telling you, over the last few weeks, these ladies and the women that you're going to see on the Savage Award for this week took savagery to a whole new level. I mean, one sentence clapbacks that just broke a motherfucker off something serious. Wasn't shit he could do, wasn't shit he could say. And I'm telling you, yeah, this is savage, but this isn't even as savage as the ones that got the awards. So, like I'm saying, it's just in the mix, in the regular mix. But this was some amazingly smooth and just vicious shit right here. Yeah, she's at silver level, maybe bronze, but she's still in there. Cause I got three Savage Awards for this week. We got Savage Awards. Wait, we got gold, silver, and bronze already. What's under bronze? Honorable mention. Okay, this is the honorable mention right here. So let's move on. Ah, now dude was savage with his wife. This was kind of like, damn, dude, really? You just the best you could do? You couldn't help. You could. This is all you got. Um. So she says, "Babe, can I be a stay-at-home wife?" And he's like, "I don't care what you do when you get off of work." Oh. But remember all the talk about, women don't know how to be wives anymore. They can't be wives anymore. They want to, these dudes want all these old-fashioned wives thing. We have a Savage Awards at the end case. I was trying to get my daughter to design me one, but she don't want to. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to do it myself. I'm not a good designer, like graphic design. I'm not that good at that stuff, but I'll figure something out. I'll make it happen. Cause I want to have like a little trophy image or some kind of little banner, ribbon, something. That's more of an award. That looks like it's an award. I want to have something like that. But yeah, they did some amazing stuff. Yeah, dude is straight dusty. Like, dude, what the heck? You working your wife to death. The most of one, if you got a couple of kids and stuff, and the most, I think the most a woman should work is part time, cause she got 8 hours of work at home dealing with kids in the house. And then you got to work 8 hours outside the house too. And your husband's not gonna put in a good 4 to help out there. He's not gonna divide that evenly. Like come in doing laundry, changing sheets, helping kids with their homework and stuff. They're not gonna do that. They walk in the door and sit their ass down like they don't have shit to do. Mm-mm. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know. Like I said, he worked out of town, right? So he'd be gone. But I tell you, when his ass was at home, I was gone. As to him and his baby, you take care of her. I'm done. Shit, I've been with her ass for 2 weeks while you was gone. Every day, 24/7. I'm done. I need some time away. Both of y'all, get out of my face. I'm out. And I would go stay at my auntie's house or we're in San Francisco with my mom or something. Leave them there at the house by themselves. They was fine. Shit, let them bond. I need some space. And so that's what I would do. So let's move on from here. Okay, and when we say somebody is like feminized and moist and whatnot, here we go. This is some great photoshopping though. I was impressed. Mine is not that good. This was good. This was royal. This was unbelievable. This is how you look when you say the black women are too aggressive for me. Oh my God. That's like, whoever sent me this, you should be beaten. Oh my God. Hamilton, Miss Hamilton. See, that's the shit that will make you definitely get a divorce. No, first one to wake up, the last one to go to bed. And if people say that's a good mother, I'm not doing all of that. I'm going to bed. Y'all figure it out. Make that when I get up in the morning, them dishes better be clean too. And that kitchen, that floor mopped and swept. I don't see no crumbs on the table or on the floor. And everybody better take a bath and get your shit ready. I already made your lunches. Make sure you put them in the refrigerator. Put your name on the bag. I'm out. And that would be that. I'm done. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing else. Yes, this was pretty good. I was. This, oh, dude was just looking a little bit moist. So this is what guys need to understand. This is how women see you when you say stuff like that. You say, that they're too aggressive, and you try to make it seem like it's something wrong with her. No, sir, that would be you. You have no cojones. You don't have any. You have a uterus. Okay, that's what you have. Let's move on. This dude was crazy. Girl Hamilton, yes, girl, I understand. I'm with you. Because that sounds like torture. That sounds like, you was just living a life of hell. Now, this dude say, if the voices in my head say you cheating, bitch, you cheating. Fuck, I'm going to lie to myself for. Oh my God, these dudes and these memes, they're just out of their minds. They are out of their minds. But so now he listens to the voices in his head and oh, I don't even know what to say anymore. I just laughed. Just putting this show together this week. I laughed the whole time. Just like one giggle after another. This was hilarious. Now this one came from some woman who goes by the name Mom of Multiple Children. Mom of Multiple Children. Never heard of her before, but this is her post. So like I told you guys, I always give people credit for their posts. When they kind of that, put their name on it. I don't be trying to like say it's anything I created. I give them full credit. They the one that came up with these original concepts, and they deserve to have their name flown with whatever it is that they said. So in this one, she's telling people that they need to pay attention to the mothers who don't always have their nails done, their hair done, and have the latest phone. Those are the real women. They're the ones actually putting their kids in household first. No, let me say this: the latest phone. I don't know. I'm with you on that. I don't understand somebody who wants to pay $1,000 for a fucking telephone. I get my shit off of eBay. And I just, because as long as it does what I want it to do, the phone I got now, I bought two of them for $89 each. So when one of them fails, I'm going to switch to the other one. I'm not about that life. I'm not spending all that kind of money on a phone. I don't need to have the latest phone. Now, as far as having your hair done and your nails done, I mean, that's considered good grooming. Okay, so you walking around looking all raggedy about the hands and the nails, bitch, you looking toe up. Okay, there's nothing for you to be paid attention to for that. Take your ass to the nail salon or do your own manicure. I mean, I don't know what to tell you there, but there's no reason for you to be walking around with your hands looking raggedy and your hair not done. If you can't afford to get your hair done, at least put it in some singles or get some cornrows or do something with yourself. Put on a wig. I mean, do something so that you look presentable because you might have to go to your kid's school at a moment's notice. You never know what could happen. Okay, you don't need to be walking around looking like some kind of fucking homeless bum. That's not. Your kids are gonna be embarrassed by you. Your man's gonna be embarrassed by you. Your neighbors are gonna be embarrassed by you. Your mama's gonna be embarrassed by you. You're gonna embarrass yourself. There's no reason to be looking like that. So to say that these are the real women, no, they're not. These are some broke, busted, dusty ass bum bitches. That's what that is. You don't walk around looking like that. I mean, even if you have to put your hair in a ponytail, you put your hair in a bun, you put your hair in a wrap if you assisted with natural hair. You know what I mean? You put on some little cute cap, something, a slap or something. You put something on your head so that when you go out the house, you don't look like a fool. You don't embarrass your family like that. Yeah, this is beyond basic, girl. This is promoting some old hood rat bullshit. So you gonna be walking around. Actually, I shouldn't even say that because the girls in hoods, their hair be fly as hell. Because everybody got like pieces and colors and shit. They don't have no food in the refrigerator, but their hair be fly. But the kids are fed, but I mean it's not like they have like an abundance of stuff. Like people with more money. But those are not that being like that, looking like a busted bum does not make you real. It makes you look like a busted bum, like you don't give a shit about what you look like. And even if you have children, like what if you have a kind of job where you need to have do presentations and meet people? You have business meetings that you must attend. You cannot be going out to do these professional events and meetings with your hair looking raggedy and your nails looking toe up. You can't do that. So trying to get credit and kudos for that by saying they're the ones putting their kids in household first. This is just another one of those women that's trying, like a thirst trap for these attention for these old bomb ass niggas. And walking around, yeah, that's right. These chicks be getting their hair done and weaves and shit on my child support money. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, you hate people touching your hair? Shit, I love people to touch my hair. But professionals. I mean, like your random person, people want to walk up to you with their old hands have been digging in their ass and shit. They don't wash them with soap. They rinse their fingers at the sink and then they want to come and touch your hair. No, motherfucker, back up. Don't touch me. I don't know where your nasty hands been. Because I see them leaving the ladies' room. No, you nasty bitch. Get away from me. I don't know. So let me just tell you this. From a sanitary thing, I used to work in a hospital. If you put soap on your hands, if you don't rinse your hands with, wash your hands with soap. Soap must be used, a good amount of soap. You must scrub your hands for a solid 15 to 18 seconds to kill the bacteria. If you scrubbing your hands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that ain't killing shit. You wasting some soap. You got to do a count of 15 to 18, then rinse, dry with paper towels. Take the paper towel that you use to turn the faucet off. Don't touch it. Get a new paper towel, open the door to the bathroom. Don't touch it. Because the bitches that don't wash their hands, they rinse them with soap or they don't even do that. And they have feces, urine, and all kind of stuff on their hands and they touch the door handles and they touch the sink handles. Don't trust that shit. Use paper towels and then go out the door. I'm gonna just tell you that. Okay, that's what they learned. I learned that at the hospital. This is facts. These people are nasty. Soap, water, and friction is what kills germs. You don't use no soap. You don't use no friction. You ain't killing shit. Okay. So I'm just telling you how to do it so that you don't just we getting in cold and flu season, so be careful. Okay, now you learned it, you heard it from me. I'm trying to tell you how to save yourself. Let's move on. Now this, they trying to threaten you sisters, you young sisters out here, they trying to threaten you with the white girls. Look at this mess. This is what's going to happen if black women don't step their game up, open their hearts up more, and open their mouth less. I guess this is supposed to be some kind of interracial party, like white women for black men. Notice that? Because all the women are white and all the men are black. I don't see no black women with white men. This is all white females with black males. So it must be some kind of event that, like that, where you go and, you get with a man, a white girl get with a black man. But this is the threat that they're trying to levy you, that you must do this. Otherwise, they're going to leave you. You seen this before, Hamilton? I never saw it before until, somebody sent it to me this week. And yeah, I don't know, I mean, I don't know what they think, and I hope they don't think that these women really want them like, forever and ever and to be in love with them and all of that stuff. They just want that dick. So, it's like a thing. I mean, I used to, I've always worked with a bunch of white women, and when you get really, women of other races, it's California. You work with some of everybody. And, we would get close and comfortable, and we start talking about stuff like that. And they want to know, is it true? Is it true? What they say about black men? Is it true, Deb? Is it true? I'm like, is what true? I'm gonna play stupid. I don't know what you're talking about. What you mean? Is it true? That black men this and that and all that stuff, and that they're all this this big thing. I'm like, well, let me tell you from my experience, no, that's so not true. Just like anybody else, there's good ones and bad ones. There's big ones and not big ones. And but it just seemed like a thing, it's like a fetish. People wanted to have that experience. That's one thing they expressed. And I met this Latina girl, and she wanted to have a baby by a black man. But she was like a very fair skinned Latina, like from I don't know what kind of like she had like she almost blonde hair. She was very very fair, and she said that she just hated it being that, and she wanted her children to be more brown. And so she felt like if she got with a guy who was like Puerto Rican, black, something Mexican, something like that, that was more brown skinned, that her children would be, a nice brown color and not have to go through whatever it was she went through being so fair skinned in South America. So I was like, wow, I don't know. I never did get the whole story from her about what that was all about, but she was very adamant. I had another friend who was Cajun. She was very, very fair skinned. I mean, this girl was I mean, except for some of her features, she looked like a white girl. And she just did not date light skinned dudes at all. She only dated like the most chocolate brothers that you have ever seen in your life. And that's all she was attracted to. I saw a lot of that, when I was down in the South. So when I see stuff like this, and, this is what you want to do, my brothers, assalamu alaikum. Have at it. I don't have nothing for you that's going to change that and make you, you know, and mean anything different for you than, oh shoot, what am I doing here? I bumped into my light and almost wrecked it. I'm not going to do anything about this. You do what you want to do. That's on you. Okay? Just have at it. Be good. Enjoy yourself. Let's move on. Her response to this dude, he says, well, you want to screw? You want to do it? And she's like, well, gosh, why do you have to say it like that? It's supposed to be a magical moment. And he says, Hocus pocus, let me stroke it. I was like, okay, nigga, you tripping? I thought this was pretty funny. It's a pool party, Rose. That's why. I guess they didn't have really a dance floor. They just had like the little wading pool. And so they do. Everybody's dancing in the wading pool. I don't know. It's not a party I would have been at. I'm not trying. No, that's not me. Even if it was reversed. I don't want to go to no party where it's like a pickup thing. No, I'm not doing that. That's like, I feel that would be undignified. You know. I don't know if it's stage. I think it was an event. They have events like that. Black women for white men for whatever, Asian women. I mean, they have events like that. And so I'm aware of that, but I just have never been to any, and I've never heard of any because I guess I don't participate in those forums, so I would never hear about it. All right. So I thought this was cute, anyways. But let's move on because this is nothing really big, nothing really to talk about. But again, the creativity and the imaginativeness. Dudes, can y'all do something with that and make some money? That would be so fabulous. And this young lad, he's like lobbying for some cooch. And he's like, 3 ways to get over your ex. Block him, add me, and talk to me. He might be right. I mean, that might be the thing to do. Cause you ain't gonna be getting nothing with that ex, that's for sure. That's over and done with. And we reached the end of the show, near the end, where we're giving out our Savage Awards of the evening. This lady, dude comes back. He trying to call himself gonna be telling black women something. Black women should take notes from Hispanic and white women on how to keep a black man happy. And she fired back. Look at the date on this now. This just happened. You should take notes from white men and make some fucking money. Okay, Savage Award number 1. She gets the gold. Okay, she gets the gold. This was some straight savagery right here. What's the motherfucker gonna say to that? That's what I'm saying. She like, she hit him with both barrels. Wasn't nothing he could do. There's no comeback to that. I just, you know, Queen Ladita, Difa, girl, we got to bow down to the queen because you did that shit. There's nothing we can say. Let's move on to Savage Award number 2. Girls will text you good night and text another dude, I can't sleep. And Dory Bear comes back and says, and there's nothing wrong with that because your shift is over. Savage Award number 2. Oh, what you gonna say, dude? I dare you to come up with something. You see what I mean, though? You fuck with the wrong sister, she gonna chop you off. And notice each one of them only said one sentence, and it was a complete and total shutdown. Complete and total shutdown. Wasn't shit these dudes could say. I mean, if I was a dude and I said that thinking, I'm trying to make a point and I got shut down like that, I would just log off my computer and go get in the bed and suck my thumb the rest of the night because I knew I got roasted. Oh, and let's move on to the final slide of the night. Savage Award number 3. I need a loyal, look how he spelled it all kind of wrong. Women, where is they at? Okay. Dude, really? Girlfriend come back in English class waiting on you. Oh, because dude, he had misspellings, mispunctuation, wrong content, wrong context, wrong tense, no punctuation. I mean, he wrote what, 6 7, 8 words, and they're all kinds of fucked up. And she gets Savage Award number 3 for the night, correcting dude on his lack of skills with the English language. So, I don't, these sisters got me beat. I didn't even know what to say. My feelings were hurt for these dudes, all three of them. They thought they was coming up with something, and these sisters just like aimed and fired, and there was nothing they could do, nothing at all. Right? Everybody in the chat room laughing their asses off. I'm just saying that's but I just wanted to. I mean, we couldn't even pick one, so we ended up we each of us picked one. That's how we came up with three. Me and my two cousins, we each picked our favorite, and so that's how we came up with three of the three established awards for tonight because each of us had a different opinion about which one was the best. So we decided just everybody just pick one, and so that's how we came up with three. But I wanted you, to see those. I also want to, to share with people who are watching tonight that may think that they've come across something that would be really good to share in the next broadcast of the Dusty News Network. Please download and send your screenshot to us at survivingdating@gmail.com. Now, some people have sent links, to different pages and whatever because they want me to download it. That doesn't always work because if those people have their page marked private or, and they don't know me, so I won't get access to it. The best thing you can do is take your phone, figure out how to make a screenshot on your phone. I only need the image. I don't necessarily need the text unless it goes with it. Then just take the image first and then the text part on a separate shot and then send them both to us. Survivingdating@gmail.com. Make the subject line of your email Dusty News, and it will filter into our folder that we have set up for this show. Okay? That's very important because otherwise it may be lost in the shuffle. We may not see it for a couple of weeks. And then you be mad. I sent in some good stuff. They didn't even put mine on. Where's my pictures that I sent? But I do want to congratulate those of you, to thank you for those of you who sent in, like, some people sent in, like, 10 or 12 different ones. Some of them, we could use, some of them we going to save for later. And but you guys, I was amazed at the quality of the memes, the hilarity, and the face palmness of the stuff that we got in this week. Y'all are getting better and better at this. I don't need. I used to go out looking for some myself. I'm not even gonna waste my time no more because y'all got this. You are the captains. I'ma just salute, and that's it. You the captains. You running this. So what I do is, come on and just talk about what you sent. That's what I'm doing. But I do want to thank everybody for coming. I'm going to try to get up another one of the manipulation videos this weekend. I'm not going to visit any relatives this weekend. I'm going to be around the house and I'm going to work on that and I get another one of those up. And it was started to be a 7 video series. I think it's going to be more like 10, 12 videos at this point because I have so much to say about manipulation. And that is the key way that these guys get into your head and your heart, your house and your wallet, your body, everything. They be driving your car, all kind of stuff. They manipulate you into giving to them in ways you don't even understand when it's happening. So that's what I'm devoting my time to for the next couple of weeks. I'm not trying to do it like a bum rush project. It's going, spaced out between all the other stuff that I do. And but I do want to get that done because you need to know this. You need to be able to see this when it's coming. And and you guys need to also trust your instincts more. But I'll be talking about that too. So I want to thank you everybody for coming to the Dusty News Network show of September 20th, 2019. My name is Deborrah Cooper. I'm the vice columnist here and the one who talks all the shit. So come on through on Tuesday, become a subscriber, become a part of this show. Hit that instant notification bell so that you can, won't miss the broadcast. We'll be here again live on Tuesday. All right, for the for the What the Fuck Tuesday relationship advice column. Thank you for coming to the Dusty News Network. I will see you all very, very soon. Love you. Bye bye.